It seems like the mystery of the murder of one of the biggest icons in American rap music is finally close to getting solved. We are talking about the case of Tupac Shakur, whose life was cut short back on one fateful night of 1996 when he was shot in Los Angeles. The case has remained unsolved for decades, but recent developments from sources are helping the authorities catch the culprit, and it is only a matter of time before the real crook behind this crime is behind bars. And if you're wondering who the crook is, well, we doubt anyone doesn't know this, but fans and friends of Tupac know that it's one person and one person only, and that one person is none other than the music mogul Diddy. Yup, you heard that right. If you don't believe us, keep watching as we lay out all the evidence for you. And if you still don't believe us, just wait till you hear about what Ice Cube had to say about the whole thing, and then you'll actually see the truth. Ice Cube recently revealed some information that connects Diddy directly to the murder of Tupac, and not only that, but a bunch of other people as well.
But anybody's watching now, they shut up because they say, if it can happen to this guy, it can happen to me.
A lot of very valid sources have come forward talking about Diddy's involvement in not only Tupac's murder, but also the murder of Biggie Smalls. You are watching the Celebrity Circle channel, and today we are going to be talking about how Ice Cube confronted Diddy after the latest evidence connected him to Tupac's shooting. But hold on, before we get to talking about all of that, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future.
27 years. 27 years. For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest.
Now, for those of you who might have forgotten the whole thing, Tupac and Diddy used to be close friends back in the day. They used to hang out a lot as well. And not only that, the night that Tupac died, Diddy was in a city in the same locality. Now, according to a lot of sources, which we will get into more detail about later in the video, Diddy was the one who hired gangs and hitmen to get rid of Tupac. But he wasn't the only one who fell victim to Puffy's evil plans. It was many other artists, one being Biggie Smalls as well. Both Biggie and Tupac's deaths are related, and we will talk more about that in just a second.
Still, dealing with some people trying to hold on to his money.
But first, we need to tell you about the shocking new revelation made by Ice Cube. Ice Cube said that he's pretty sure that Diddy had something to do with the murder of Tupac. And he didn't just say that alone or without any evidence. A lot of other big names in the industry also came forward to talk about how they are pretty sure that Diddy had something to do with this case. Now, talking about the case, we should tell you more about what actually happened that night that Hollywood lost one of its biggest stars. Tupac had to stay in Los Angeles for one more day. He was scheduled to leave. But after his friend Mike Tyson convinced him to stay so they could hang out and so Tupac could go watch Mike fight, Tupac decided to stay.
But I was supposed to join those guys. I wanted to hang out with them.
Really though?
Yes.
You were gonna hang out with them that night?
Yeah.
Now, the two had to hang out after the fight as well, and for some reason they couldn't, and Tupac ended up getting into a different car. And the rest, we're sure no one wants to hear again since it's just way too sad to even talk about.
I met my friend. I'm crying that my friend is in the hospital. He's shot. And next thing you know, I'm going to my friend's funeral, but he shot my friend. It's crazy, right?
Now let us tell you about the case of the murder of Biggie Smalls, which was very similar, except for the fact that it was Diddy who made Biggie stay in the city for one more night. This is suspicious right off the bat, won't you agree? And everything went down exactly the same. Valletta Wallace, the mother of Biggie, didn't feel like the Los Angeles Police Department were doing their job right. She suspected some foul play, so she started doing some digging of her own. The things that she found not only solved the mystery of her son's murder, but also the case of Tupac's shooting. But hold on a second, not so quick. We aren't going to let the cat out of the bag that easily. We want something from you in return. You gotta promise us that you're going to make sure to share this video with a friend who might enjoy our content and turn on post notifications while you're at it too, so you don't miss out on any of our future uploads.
I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like.
Now, according to the things that Valletta found, which deserves a whole other video on its own, all the arrows pointed at the fact that Diddy had something to do with it. She took this information to the authorities and demanded to be heard. You know what they say, there is nothing stronger than a woman scorned, and this woman was not here to play. The authorities heard her out and realized that everything that she had found out completely on her own was actually very well researched. Not only that, but this gave them a new angle to work on. This new angle, as some of you might have already guessed, was Diddy. After doing some digging on Diddy, the authorities found out that the music mogul had connections to all sorts of shady people, from gang leaders to hitmen. The case was slowly starting to take shape, and everyone thought that the two murder cases would finally get solved. And we cannot forget about the statements given by bodyguards of the rappers. According to these bodyguards, Diddy offered them huge sums of money in order to perform a hit on the rappers. They obviously denied, but apparently Diddy found another way to get his dirty work done. This is exactly what Ice Cube talked about as well. Ice Cube said that he never really trusted Diddy, and he always kind of knew that there was something shady going on behind closed doors.
Still, dealing with some people trying to hold on to his money.
He even went as far as saying that he knows for a fact that Diddy is somehow behind the murder of rap legend Tupac. Now, Ice Cube isn't the only person who holds this view. According to another iconic rap singer that we're sure you're all familiar with, Diddy was the person who got Tupac eliminated just to get him out of the way. Eminem talked about it in one of his songs, which stirred up quite the controversy back when it was released. So with so many people saying that it was Diddy behind the murder, why has he still not been arrested? Well, that is one question that none of us can answer. But according to some sources, even the authorities know that Diddy is the real culprit behind the two cases. They are just trying to build a case that is strong enough that he won't be able to get out of it by paying a large sum of money or calling in favors from high places.
You figure out a way to make this right with the public. I mean, Tupac Shakur was the most celebrated.
Now that is another thing that he does a lot. He knows people who can help him out of any and every sticky situation, which makes both of these cases so hard to solve. But don't worry, the walls are closing up on him, and soon enough, justice will be served, or at least, that is what we hope will happen.
So yeah, we built this federal case against him with serious consequences if he were to go to trial and be convicted.
And that was all we had time for in today's video. Do you think Diddy is going to go behind bars soon? Or do you think he's just going to pay his way out of this one as well? Do you think he's the actual culprit behind all of this? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. And with all of that said, as always, we will see you in our next video with some new juicy gossip all the way from Hollywood.